Nearly half of working Americans will reach retirement age with almost nothing saved, not because they didn't work hard, not because they didn't earn enough. Something else is quietly draining the money, long before retirement ever shows up. And on Coin Crusader, we're going to trace exactly where it goes. Most people assume retirement failure comes down to one big mistake: a bad investment, a lost job, maybe a market crash. But the real pattern looks nothing like that. It's smaller, it's slower, and it never feels dangerous in the moment. The first pattern is delay. People don't refuse to save. They just plan to start later. Later becomes a promotion, a move, a new baby, a better year. And because compound growth depends almost entirely on time, not effort, those delayed years are exactly the ones that would have mattered most. Then there's a second, quieter pattern: lifestyle expansion. As income goes up, spending goes up right along with it, almost automatically. A raise becomes a nicer apartment. A bonus becomes a better car. The paycheck grows, but the gap between income and savings barely moves. On paper, it looks like progress. In reality, the safety net stays exactly where it started. And here's where things start getting interesting. Because the third pattern isn't about spending at all. It's about withdrawal. Life happens. A medical bill, a job loss, a family emergency, and retirement accounts become the easiest place to pull from. Every withdrawal feels justified in the moment, but every one of them also resets years of growth that can't easily be rebuilt. Now, at first glance, these three patterns look like personal failures. But zoom out, and they reveal something structural. The traditional retirement system was built around long, stable careers, with steady employer pensions. That system has largely disappeared, and what replaced it shifted almost all of the responsibility and the risk onto individuals, often without giving them the tools or the time to adjust. Which raises an uncomfortable question. If the system itself has changed, is personal discipline really enough to fix this on its own? Some analysts say yes, that consistent saving habits still win over decades. Others argue the math has shifted so much that saving alone can't keep pace anymore, with rising housing costs, healthcare, and long-term care. And this is the part most people miss. The people who do retire comfortably rarely earn dramatically more than everyone else. What they consistently have is automation. Their savings move before the money ever reaches a spending decision. That matters, because it removes willpower from the equation entirely. And willpower is the least reliable financial tool anyone has. The second thing they share is diversification. Not just one retirement account, but money spread across vehicles with different rules, different tax treatment, different liquidity. It's part of why more people have started paying closer attention to assets outside the TENS traditional system altogether, including digital ones like XRP, as a hedge against a financial structure that keeps shifting under everyone's feet. None of this guarantees an outcome. Markets move, regulations change, institutions adjust their strategies in ways ordinary savers usually only see after the fact. But the data is consistent on one point. The gap between a comfortable retirement and an empty one is rarely decided in someone's final working years. It's decided quietly, decades earlier, in decisions that never felt urgent at the time. So here's the question worth sitting with. If the habits that separate a secure retirement from an empty one are this identifiable, why do so few people ever build their plan around them before it's too late? If you're serious about understanding where money is really headed, not just where that's exactly what we track here at Coin Crusader. Subscribe and stay ahead of the shift.